Headline act on Sunday is the two biggest net spenders of the summer transfer window. An iconic Premier League fixture, Manchester United against Arsenal.
Months ago, I said to you, the storm is coming. Today, after this disaster season, I want to tell you, the good days are coming.
I don't think anybody would have envisioned 15th at the start of the season. Adjusting to Amorim's new formation took a bit of time. They probably didn't have the personnel. They were too easy to play against, too easy to pass through. I think everybody just wants to try and forget last season even happened and try and be positive and focus on a new season.
The biggest shock was the bond between the players. There was no bond. They were friends during the training, but it was hard to see the connections. Now we are more like a professional football club. In every department we are better, we are more organized. The players know the boundaries, and that is really, really important. Of course you have the contract, of course you have the security, but you are privileged of being a player in Manchester United, and they are feeling that.
The past is in the past. We need to look forward because our aim now is to give a different image to our fans for what they have seen, give some excitement to them, for them to get behind us and go through this season with more joy. Tactically, you can see a little bit more of what we want to do, so we're improving in that. I do think the only thing was like when we played Old Trafford, we're still a little bit too afraid of many things. I think players are still not as comfortable as they should be playing at home. So now this season I think we're going to put that together because I think the fans are excited to see what's coming. I think the fans know that in this team is there qualities, is there a lot of good things that can happen.
They give us different characteristics. I think they can decide the game, and that is a really important thing to have in a big team. You can have games that you are not playing well as a team, but we have these kind of guys that can change the game. Brian and Cunha has more responsibility than Ben. He's younger, it's a new club, it's a new country, but I expect a lot from them. And I think we are so much better team with them in our squad.
It's just a historical club that is unbelievable. The team is great, it's getting better and better. And it gives this already kind of, let's say, energy that you want to be part of. And yeah, I think it's just a great project in general, and can't wait to start, definitely.
It was the right club for me. What I could hear from Mikel and just what I've seen the past years, how they've been playing football, and of course all the history the club has, and the massive fan base.
The reinforcement bring different qualities. I think the chemistry between them is already really good. And with Victor we will adapt a few things that his qualities will bring to the team, and at the end the impact that he can deliver is enormous, and we are really happy to have him.
Liverpool are nearly there. More drop points for the Gunners. And although it is a stay of execution in their lingering title challenge, they know now that the race is run.
We want to win, and for us it's painful, enough to be that close and not winning. But at the same time we have to take all the good things. We've done some incredible things, and we've been really close, and then we just have to find those margins and just focus on that, and then I'm sure we're gonna end up winning it in the end.
I think the pressure comes with the expectations, and the expectations now they are the way that they should be. With Arsenal is with the top clubs in the world. Any competition that we play, we are expected to win it, and that's exactly what we want. When you don't reach after 10, 11 months of competition, the big trophy, the desire to say, okay, next season we go again. And from day one I've seen it. I've seen that enthusiasm. It's going to be for sure the most competitive league.
We are going to be prepared on Sunday to fight for the win.
Yes, what a blockbuster to start for both these clubs, and as I mentioned, both desperate to start the season. Manchester United, some strong words there from Bruno Fernandes and from Ruben Amorim, almost wanting to forget last season
I bet they do.
ever happened. Realistically, from where they are, their worst season, 73-74, where can they go this season? I've seen some people this week tipping them 5th, 4th even.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they possibly could.
No
They
European
possibly could be they possibly could get European football. I mean, they can't, mix it with the big boys. Let's say they've got no chance of getting in there with the Liverpools.
Do you like their recruitment?
Yeah, I think it's probably wise to recruit at that end of the pitch. I mean, they didn't create much. Certainly didn't score many, and haven't for a while. Didn't really excite going forward, and they've got numbers in midfield and at the back for that matter. So I think if they were going to invest, then I think it was the right area to do. Yeah, and it is. It's a total change, isn't it? Total sea change in terms of the players. I like Cunha. I think he's very, very good. I have a couple of little question marks. That type of player caused a little bit of trouble at Wolves. I just think Manchester United might put manners on him. It's a big club. You can't, walk in and all of a sudden start throwing your arms around and, grabbing people after games and getting sent off. And
others
like
have in the old culture, but this is Ruben Amorim now putting his stamp with his first pre-season on it.
Yeah. No, I do like him, and I think he could be a good signing as long as mentally he's right. Mbeumo, proven Premier League, scoring goals. So, yeah, and obviously the new centre-forward, we'll see how he does. He's quite new to it. But, yeah, I like what I've seen. I mean, they simply cannot be as bad as they were, can they? So it's just how high they can climb. And if they can get a 6th or a 7th place in the league, then that's good progress, and then they can build from there.
We watched them in the summer series. What do you think?
I think 6th or 7th. I think that's realistic. In the middle of the area, in the middle of the pitch. They've got bodies there. I think the recruitment in the summer's been good. Cunha, like Cunha. I think in terms of his temperament, I think he would understand that. This is a massive football club. From where we come from, it's a massive opportunity, a privilege to play for Man United. And Mbeumo, I was lucky enough, I went into Brentford last season, so I saw him, spoke to him, good professional, wants to learn, spends a lot of time doing a lot of finishing, wants to score goals. So 2 good signings, and I just felt like they needed that, because I felt there was too many occasions last season where, over the years we're so used to seeing Man United score a lot of goals, and all of a sudden, went for a team that, didn't even look like scoring. So the fact that they've brought in these 2 players, that can make the difference at the top end of the pitch was 2 big signings.
Now, on the subject of big signings and centre forwards, Gyökeres in from Sporting Lisbon for Arsenal. Is that the missing link? They certainly hope it is. Is it as simple as that for Arsenal, do you think, Maka?
Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is he going to be good enough to drive Arsenal forward to the Premier League? He was at Coventry before he went to Sporting. He did excel at Sporting. You almost felt that Gyökeres wasn't the player they wanted in that number 9 area. It was somebody else, I thought. They eventually brought Gyökeres in. Time will tell. Time will tell. I think the recruitment around, Zubamendi, Madueke, Norgard, they're the type of players that I thought have bolstered the squad. Gyökeres should score goals because Arsenal create lots of chances. Is he going to be good enough individually? We saw Ekitike tonight. He looks like a really good player already. Is he going to be that link-up play? But they have got Havertz and they've got Gabriel Jesus to come back as well. So maybe they'll get away with it. I don't know whether he is top quality number 9 yet. I need to see him in a Premier League environment, in a scenario. I saw Darwin Núñez. I saw Gonzalo Ramos for Benfica. They haven't hit the heights. I don't know whether Gyökeres is going to be like that, just under top quality, or whether he's going to really, really excel. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in an Arsenal shirt. I really am. Yeah. But Gyökeres or Sesko, it was a toss of a coin. We'll wait and see who's going to be the best out of them.
Has there ever been a player that's come over to the Premier League and had so much pressure on them? That position, they've been desperate for years and years and years. Not only that, he goes and asks for number 14 as well.
Yeah.
So he's got Thierry's number. Talk about pressure. In any way, everywhere you look, Arsenal fans are desperate for a goal scorer. They've got one, no question about that. 50-something goals last season, incredible. So they've got someone that can score the goals, but wow, the pressure on him is immense.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I think, there's question marks about him.
Yeah.
You look at Ekitike that comes in today for Liverpool, it's almost like the last thing you think of is pressure, don't you? He's just sort of, well, there's other massive signings around. There's no huge, but wow, down at Arsenal, it's
He's
almost like
one,
he is the missing link. And if he's good, then they can win it. If he's not, they're not going to win it. It's a massive pressure.
Funny enough, he scores all these goals in the Portuguese league. But I was at the game where Arsenal played Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League, and Arsenal went over and battered them, and he never got a kick. And you think to yourself, you wonder what's changed. To whoever's choosing the players at Arsenal, the sporting director, etc., or whether it's Mikel, you wonder what they've seen that they've gone, you know what? He's the one we're going to pin all our hopes on. Because it's not Zubamendi or Marino or Declan Rice. It's the number 9, unfortunately, because that's their missing piece. And they've chosen Gyökeres, so huge amounts of pressure on him.